As preparations for this year's National Diaspora Day celebrations gather steam, the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, has given full support for its active participation in the program. This is cheering news, you know. Plus, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and Nigerians in Diaspora Commission give 3 months extension deadline to Nigerians in the diaspora for a seamless operational takeoff of the Diaspora Mortgage Scheme. This is another heartwarming news. That's not all on the menu today. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has also visited Badagry and has endorsed fully the Badagry Door of Return Festival. And now, the rib-cracking news. Daddy Shoki, the Nigerian legendary Galala singer, visited the NIDCOM office in Abuja. It is unmissable. And don't forget our complimentary segments of health tips by AMPA doctors and Diaspora of the moment. Let's begin with the visit of USAID to NIDCOM. Melissa Jones, country director and leader of the delegation, has this to say.
So I think what was very productive at this meeting was an opportunity for us to join forces to support the diaspora. And ultimately, by supporting the diaspora, we support Nigerians. That is the goal, to ensure that everyday Nigerians are supported by our joint efforts.
Right. You muted the idea of constituting a team. You said NIDCOM empowering young people.
Yes. So here's a couple of things that your listeners and viewers might not know. So the United States has a large body of Nigerian-born Americans. They are the heart and soul of many parts of our country. And so our goal as USAID and as United States government is also to make that connection here in Nigeria. And so the opportunities to actually focus on young people. Remember, the focus on young people today advances generations to come. So our goal is to partner to ensure that we are addressing the needs of young people, that we are supporting them, that we are empowering them, because soon they will take the reins of the direction of this country. They are the foundation, right? We all care for our children. We all care for our grandchildren, and this is an opportunity to do so. And so the plan of Diaspora Day, which goes back many, many years, is going to be exciting this year because also USAID is here to support
Getting involved.
Day. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're most welcome.
70% of Association of Black Doctors in America are Nigerians. Nigerians in America are described as the most educated migrants anywhere in the world. So they are paying tax in America and they also contribute something back home. We're not saying pack your bags and come. No, we can't even do that, but this is your country. How can we work together? And we don't want to take them from America, you know, but how can we work together? So that is what the Diaspora Commission does, and we're proud of what we've been able to do in the last 5 years. So for the Diaspora Day, we'll be very excited to partner with you. What do we do on Diaspora Day? We gather all Nigerians in the diaspora together. We do a virtual, it's a hybrid one, virtually and also in person. And we have the president as a special guest. And we have key government functionaries speak with them. Then we have key speakers from the diaspora. And now you have a Diaspora Advisory Council. I'm hoping that maybe they can participate, they can give us a keynote speaker that has passion for the diaspora and will pass a strong message during the Diaspora Day. So we will be glad if we can work with that on that. So we want to make it bigger and better. And you know, get those. I mean, it's almost a thing of pride when you see Nigerians gather together, excelling, doing great things, and you keep saying, "Look, I'm proud to be Nigerian." So we are pulling all of them together to show that oneness and that love and that, and let's celebrate ourselves. We're not about crime and fraudsters. This is who we are. And that's what we're trying to do with the diaspora. So we're excited that we have your commitment, right? Clap again now.
Documentation
that will
for the
work
past
together
5 years.
for the diaspora day, which should be just one of the many conversations and partnerships that we hope we can have with you. You talk about regular meetings, we're open to that. And then we have for you, it's the concept of diaspora policy. Okay. And part of the things is to see about monitoring and evaluation, how far we've gone, so we have this to guide us. It's actually nice that we'll be partnering with the USAID on Diaspora Day and other activities that will involve the diaspora. And you know, we have the largest number of immigrants in America, so having them partner to see how much more impact they can have on the ordinary Nigerian, the day-to-day Nigerian, is going to be very powerful working with USAID. And their goal tallies with our goal of connecting with the diaspora to see what they can do in their home country. So I look forward to that partnership, and I look forward to a fantastic Diaspora Day with USAID as our partner. So it's going to be quite a lot of fun.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission have unanimously, through an updated and reviewed MOU, extended time frame to 3 months for easy and smooth operations.
As you are aware, the product concept has been approved by the board, and the remittance to contribution apparatus has been endorsed by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The ICT infrastructure has also been established within our core banking application technology and is currently undergoing necessary test run and perfection. We must also commend the leadership of the Commission led by Honorable Dr. Abike David Elewa for the wonderful work you have put to ensure that this product comes on stream. It is a recognition of these efforts that we have come today to clear gray areas surrounding the set dates for the launching of the product. The chairman will please recall that the current management of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria came on board slightly less than 2 months ago, by which time the dates for the launching across locations had been set. However, we have assessed the preparations for the commencement of the product on the side of the bank, and we must point out that in our assessment, we are not fully ready for the launch, particularly on the set dates. That is why I used the word almost in the early part of my remarks to qualify the level of our readiness. Accordingly, Madam Chairman, we have come to seek your understanding and indulgence to enable the bank to conclude due diligence on the product and set new dates which would not be too far from the current schedule. This will allow us a little breathing space to finalize outstanding operational issues on the product. The issue of funding for the launching is also an issue of paramount importance, which needs to be sorted out as we have experienced deep cuts in our proposed budget for 2024 across all expenditure lines. Honorable Chairman, there is also the need for us all to respect the recent proclamation and ban on foreign travels by Mr. President. As responsible agencies of government, we have no option but to be obedient and to be seen to observe to the latter the policies of government. It is on this premise that we want to seek the indulgence and understanding of the Commission for a 3-month shift in the dates earlier set for the launching to enable us tie up loose ends for a fee-free take-up of the product. You will agree with me that our brethren in the diaspora deserve and desire nothing less. I also propose the establishment of a 6-man committee with 3 representatives each from NIDCOM and the Federal Mortgage Bank to work out the modalities and requirements for a successful launching. I hereby present to you the draft memorandum of agreement that will guide our mutual cooperation as we work towards the implementation of the Nigeria Diaspora Mortgage Loan Product of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria.
Thank you very much. I have to say specifically that, honestly speaking, your thoughts agree with our thoughts. We do not expect that a new management comes on board and then we rush to just launch a product that you need to also understudy. And even before that time, we were still dotting the T's and the I's. That was the stage, not that it was fully ready. We're dotting the T's and the I's, and we're doing test runs, right, before we go public. So honestly, our thoughts align with your thoughts. And I believe that what I just want us to do is, yes, let's have a 3 month, we may even do it before 3 months, but let's give ourselves a 3-month deadline. It may happen before then, but the key thing is, there's no rush. It's better to have a perfect product than start a project and then, because this is a catalyst for a lot of things for Nigeria and for the diaspora. So it's a catalyst, and we're glad that we have a minister who actually, is even driving this even more than both agencies. He was in charge of Federal Mortgage Bank when the idea started, and then, of course, you know the story, and then he's now back as minister, who will now superintend over all of it. And again, the travel ban, we have to respect the travel ban of Mr. President, which is about 3 months, because there's nothing we're doing that cannot really wait. But my appeal is that in the meantime, I'm glad we have this MOA, and we're going to have the 6-man team, the same people that were working with you, will continue to work with you. And then we use that 3-month period to dot the T's and the I's to ensure we have a perfect product for the diaspora. They're all very excited, they're all looking forward. We will explain to them on why we need to hold on a little bit. But again, my appeal is that while we're doing that, let's still be doing the test running to see, what could be wrong somewhere. Particularly, we had issues with to ensure that the payment is there should be no issues. It should be seamless.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, who visited Badagry venue of the Door of Return Festival, promised to make Lagos State a tourism destination.
For us is to complete the ongoing projects that we've seen, to also restore some of the heritage sites that we've seen, and not to completely deface it, but just to restore them, and to generally just preserve what we have, and to be able to speak a very compelling story about what Badagry truly really is and what it holds for the tourism potential of our country. We've also seen that Badagry is actually having a major facelift. There are lots of new roads that you see, dual carriage roads that are nearing completion. We've all seen it that we came around the last time to open the hospital. We've seen the roads that they've all been done extensively. And indeed, Badagry, I'm very impressed because it's actually wearing a more cleaner road. We all came by road from Lagos, from all the way from Lagos Island, where we all worked together, and you could see that it took us just about an hour, 15 minutes from Lagos all the way driving here back to Badagry. So this is a journey that hitherto will take 3 hours, 3.5 hours. We've experienced it ourselves, and in 1 hour, 15 minutes we're in Badagry, and you can see the citizens are actually very excited, right? And so really is to make sure that no part of Lagos is left underdeveloped or undeveloped. Right? And tourism being a major cardinal of our team's agenda, I needed to come and see things for myself too, and also help. You saw around the Agia Center that we have like an amphitheater there. There are a few projects that I also need to complete around the marina here, but I'm satisfied, knowing fully well that we still have a lot of opportunity to do for Nigeria. And you can see that on the tour, the Diaspora Commission is also with us. We have a Diaspora agency already now. So it's really to just make, Lagos and Badagry in particular, a tourist destination, for all of our international and local audience to know that we're ready, we're fit.
Honorable Abike Dabri Erewa, Chairman CEO, receives in audience John Odafe Asiemo, popularly known as Daddy Shoki, Galala singer.
If you see my mama, Hosanna, tell her say, Hosanna, I deal with Abike, Hosanna, I no get the problem, Hosanna.
A great Daddy Shoki.
Move on, Daddy show, Unuyame. Woli Patan Jaja no say you run the show. Yes, this one, our mommy, Abike Dabiri. Woman way they stand for in people all over the world.
Yes,
they represent Nigeria.
Yes,
come Kilibi. And they with Jagaban.
Hosanna, confirm. Hosanna.
This walk that you're walking, even though it was known as the point of no return, we see it now as the joy of return.
The spirit of Africa could not be broken by the transatlantic slave trade. You cannot move the spirit. And the divine force, the spirit of Africa, has brought us back today.
Welcome to home.
Welcome back. Now, to our complimentary segment of AMPA Health Tips with AMPA Doctors.
Today I'd like to talk a little bit about high blood pressure. High blood pressure, which is elevated blood pressure, is something that is a very common chronic illness that affects a lot of people. When you say your blood pressure is elevated, it could be episodic or long-standing. And long-standing would be a blood pressure greater than 140/90 that is documented at your medical evaluation for more than 3 episodes. When your blood pressure is elevated, it could be from a number of associated illnesses, but the commonest one that affects people is called essential hypertension. And this is hypertension that occurs that is a chronically elevated blood pressure in the absence of any other predisposing reasons or diseases. And it requires ongoing care and intervention. Some of the things that help to address high blood pressure are the need for lifestyle modification. That includes drinking plenty of fluids, avoiding salt, losing weight, having your weight be closer to what is expected, which is based on your height, but everyone could do to lose a little bit of weight, and trying to be active and exercising so that your blood vessels are pumping blood regularly to your different organs and is associated with lowering your blood pressure. Despite all this, and even with people who have healthy habits, you could still require medication. And the thing is, if you are needing medication as a hypertensive or being diagnosed with high blood pressure, you have to take it every day. What happens a lot of times is people take the blood pressure medicine for a few days, a few weeks or months, and then stop. And then the elevated blood pressure is associated with end organ damage, which could be strokes if it affects your brain, heart attacks if it affects your heart. It could affect your ability to walk around and be mobile. If you had a stroke, it could affect your kidneys, and then you require dialysis. These are all reasons why you need to take your blood pressure medicine regularly to prevent end organ damage and decrease the injury to these organs due to the chronically elevated blood pressure. To have an idea of what your blood pressure is, you should check it regularly, probably if you could every day, but you don't have to check it every day. You need to have a regular understanding of how high it is so that you can manage it accordingly.
And our diaspora of the moment.
Our diaspora of the moment is Dr. Philip Ozua. Dr. Philip is a pediatrician who is based in New York. He is a Nigerian from Nteje, an industrious town in Oyi, Anambra State. His father was a famous engineer and his mother a school principal. He has more than 20 years experience of practice in this field. He is also the president and CEO of Montefiore Medicine, which is one of the largest healthcare organizations in the United States. He is one of the finest and most recognized medical doctors in the United States of America. Dr. Philip is not just a world-acclaimed medical practitioner. He is a teacher, professor, and a writer of several publications that have helped advance the medical field. Dr. Philip earned his medical degree certification at the University of Ibadan and did his internship at the University of Nigerian Teaching Hospital before proceeding to Southern California for his master's program, after which he got his PhD from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Recently, he was named the Chief Executive Officer of Montefiore Medicine, the umbrella organization for Montefiore Health Systems, and Albert Einstein College of Medicine. He started his new role on the 15th of November 2019, succeeding Stephen M. Seyfire, who retired after 40 years of service to Einstein and Montefiore. Congratulations, Dr. Philip Ozua. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
This is The Diaspora. Tune in next week for another interesting episode. Stay positive. Bye for now.